Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with Jeff Grant, SBR contributor, and today we're going to be looking at the college football game between the Utah State Aggies and the Tennessee Volunteers. How you doing this morning, Jeff?
Doing great, Dax. The first weekend of college football is upon us. Of course, Thursday night started all the action, some exciting games, and this is just one of two games scheduled on Sunday, so definitely a game that a lot of handicappers are going to be looking forward to.
Now, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong here, but should handicappers consider to lay the points with Tennessee, taking into account that the Aggies' all-time record against Southeastern Conference opponents is a dismal 1-16?
I think a lot of people are going to look at that statistic and think that way, but this is a different Utah State program. This was a downtrodden program until basically the last 6 to 7 years. Yes, they've lost recent contests against Southeastern Conference opponents, but a lot of those have been by a touchdown or less recently as their talent level has increased in Logan. So you can't really rely on that statistic. And also the Volunteers, yes, they're in the SEC, but they've been dominated by their conference opponents over the last 5-6 years. So, yeah, Tennessee is a Southeastern Conference opponent, but they're not Alabama, Auburn, or LSU.
Right, and plus I think that we have to also consider the fact that they have also won 19 straight home openers, but they are the only team right now, or the only program right now, that doesn't have any returning starters both on offense and defense. Now, should that lack of experience be a concern for bettors that are looking to back these guys?
Yeah, that statistic you mentioned, that fact is no returning starters on the offensive and defensive lines. They do have some returning starters for the units in general. Okay. But when you're looking to start a season, you want some experience in really the most important area of football other than the quarterback is the offensive and defensive line. So how fast do those groups really pick up things in Butch Davis's second year on campus is really going to tell the story of how successful Tennessee is this season. So Utah State definitely has an advantage in the trenches in this one.
Now, there's a lot of buzz going around about the quarterback Chucky Keeton for the Aggies. Now, he's actually being considered as a potential candidate to win the Heisman this year. But aside from that, what do you expect to see from him in this 2014 season?
That's one of the key things to watch out of the entire weekend is how Chucky Keeton looks, because Utah State has been such a good underdog that it's really enticing to look in the Aggies' direction in this game. But from my standpoint, I really can't take the points just solely on the fact that when you're coming back from a season-ending knee injury as a dual-threat quarterback, how much are you going to run? Right. Let's just look at the NFL and how RG3 kind of dominated the NFL in his style of play his rookie season, and then he got hurt at the end of that year, and he just wasn't quite the same, and he still isn't. Now he's kind of dealing with the fact, should I slide? Should I continue going on, running the football? So some doubt appears in your mind, and he is facing a defense that does have some team speed. So, yeah, Chucky Keeton is a Heisman Trophy candidate, but that's really based on his 2012 numbers, not 2013. So for me, it's kind of a wait-and-see approach and how the Aggies will be in terms of power rankings in 2014.
So from all that, who's getting the lean in this game then?
I'm not going to look at any direction. I think there's just too many unknowns in terms of playing a straight bet wager on either Utah State getting the points or Tennessee as a favorite. So I'm going to look in the direction of playing this game under the total because, like I said, there's a lot of unknowns with Keaton's health. Yes, in interviews it's mentioned that he's 100%, but until I see it on the field, I can't really go on hearsay. While on the other end, I think Tennessee is going to be much improved on defense now that they have a lot of talent, unproven talent, but they should be able to run with Keaton, and Keaton doesn't have necessarily the reliable weapons that he's had in the past, and he's got to relearn the players that he's going to be throwing to. So I think this game is going to go under the total in Knoxville on Sunday.
All right, good stuff, my man. Thank you once again for your valuable insights, and we'll talk again this Monday.
Thank you.
And for SportsbookReview.com, this is Dax Floyd.